So this year for Call of Duty's Halloween content drop, I guess you could call it, in Zombies, Treyarch have released an exclusive game mode to Outbreak called Hallows Eve. Now, as I'm sure you know if you watch me on this channel, I'm not the biggest fan of Outbreak. There are many reasons for this, as I've explained in previous videos. I find it too slow, the maps are too big, I like fast-paced game modes, hence why I play round-based more. But this Hallows Eve mode almost makes Outbreak perfect. If you haven't played this mode yet and you're not too keen on Outbreak, I definitely recommend you go ahead and check it out because it is a limited time mode, so it will be gone. And the reason I'm saying this and the reason I want to make a video on it is because I feel this is the route Treyarch should take Outbreak, or at least what they should do is make this a permanent mode, so you can play Outbreak normally, or you can play this more Rampage-induced version, but of course, when Halloween finishes, just take away all of the Halloween theming, but keep the core game mode as it is. So my message to Treyarch is, do not remove this from the game. If you're wondering, well, okay, I haven't played it, Eli, what exactly is it? Can you break it down? Well, Treyarch explained it perfectly on their blog. If you want to check it out for yourself, I will link it down in the description. They say, the Zombies team is scaring up lots of new Halloween updates in all round-based Zombies maps, Outbreak and Onslaught modes during the Haunting, including one of our most intense Zombies modes to date. Watch for the new Jack-o'-lantern item drops for a chance to pick up wonder weapons, support weapons, armor mods, chalices, ether tools, and high level armor. Scare packages containing high value rewards will now spawn every 5 rounds and in every Outbreak region. Zombies with pumpkin heads have arrived, offering essence bonuses to players who shoot them off, and the audio team has cooked up a hair-raising new soundtrack to get you into the spirit. If you're searching for a devilish new challenge, look no further than Hallows Eve Outbreak. This new mode drops players into the Outbreak zone with one mission: survive for 10 minutes against increasingly aggressive waves of zombies in a single region before exfil begins. At first, the difficulty seems manageable, and then everything goes to hell very quickly. The challenge ramps up every 2 minutes, zombie spawns are constantly pushed to the max, and enemies are always aware of your position. If you're skilled enough to survive all 10 minutes, the exfil point will appear at the location furthest from your squad. Good luck, you're going to need it. So that's Treyarch's explanation of what this mode is. Like I said, I'd like to see it permanent, but I do think probably there should be a few changes. The first one being, in my opinion, exfil should be optional. This game mode only lasts for 10 minutes, plus the 2.5 or 3 minutes, whatever it is that you have to exfil, so the maximum amount of time you get to spend in a map on this Hallows Eve Outbreak update is about 13 minutes. After that, the game ends, and then you have to start a new one. In order to fix that, what I think they would have to do is either take away the timer, or extend it, or like I mentioned, make the exfil optional. Maybe once the 10-minute timer is up and we've survived, the game gives us the chance to either exfil or survive another 10 minutes. Or they could just extend the timer to 20 minutes, 30. I can't see too many people surviving 30 minutes. But the reason for this is because on larger maps like Dugger, Rucker, Gullover, even though they say it's a challenge in the blog, it isn't. It's still pretty easy, especially because a lot of the maps are so big. This isn't much of a problem on the smaller maps, so Armada's pretty much the perfect map. Alpine is okay too, but the rest, it's still a little bit slow. I was finding myself in certain situations standing around for about 30 seconds before I found any zombies. Now, when you compare this to normal Outbreak, you can stand still for an hour, 2 hours, and you won't see any zombies. They won't come to you. On the Hallows Eve mode, every zombie that spawns into the map knows where you are, so they'll all come towards you. But still, I found myself in situations where I was waiting for about 30 seconds for zombies to attack me. What I think it should be is constant waves of zombies that spawn near you and they don't stop. Right now on the bigger maps, it's still a little bit too slow, especially on those earlier waves. So if you are going to play this, pick the smaller maps. Another thing I was thinking though was, well, on D Machine for example, you can pick up the Rampage Inducer, which speeds up the rounds and the zombie spawns. Basically you have constant zombies attacking you, and I thought, well, why don't Treyarch just add the Rampage Inducer to Outbreak? As soon as you spawn in, give us the option to pick that item up and play Outbreak in the Rampage mode. That's essentially what the Hallows Eve update is. I did also find on certain maps, again the bigger ones, I didn't get as many Jack-o'-lantern item drops than I did on the smaller maps. Maybe that was just because on the bigger maps I didn't notice them as much. The zombies were spread out more, so I wasn't looking. But yeah, everything else about this game mode for me is perfect. It fixes Outbreak. It almost makes them feel like round-based zombies maps, especially because we can't teleport from one Outbreak region to another. You can only play in one specific region for that game. That combined with it being a lot faster, if you're a round-based player, you're definitely going to enjoy this. So yeah, Treyarch, do not get rid of this mode. When Halloween finishes, yes, remove the pumpkin stuff, although it looks cool. I'd love to see the theming return for Christmas on this, so maybe in December, the zombies on this mode could have I don't know, Santa hats. It could be called the Christmas Eve outbreak mode, but the core gameplay of it needs to be permanent, and I do think it's a little bit of a shame that this has come towards the end of Black Ops Cold War's life cycle, because we've now had DLC 4, we are having no more zombies maps in this game, no more outbreak regions. Yes, we might have little updates here and there, but big ones such as new maps, we aren't getting. And as we get closer and closer to the release of Vanguard, less and less players are going to be playing this game, so it's a shame that less people will get to experience something like this, something where originally some people might not have played Outbreak, but because of this mode, because it totally changes the whole experience, a lot of people won't get to experience this game mode now, because it's for some reason come towards the end of Black Ops Cold War's life. Why couldn't we have had this in January, back in November when the game released? Surely just speeding up the spawn rate of the zombies isn't difficult to do, and the other features such as the jack-o'-lantern drops where we get chalices and the ability to upgrade our weapons from the little spanners that drop, those are all Onslaught features that we've had in the game for many months now. I think this would have been very easy for them to do a year ago. And finally, speaking about Onslaught, for anyone interested, the game mode has been exclusive to PlayStation since it came out. However, it is coming to all platforms on November 1st. So if you don't have a PlayStation, I definitely recommend you check this out when it does release. When it first came out, I'm gonna be honest, it wasn't very good. It was the bare bones of zombies. You couldn't pack a punch, upgrade your weapon tiers, access full armor, get ammo mods for your weapon. All it was zombies on multiplayer maps. You couldn't do anything else. Over the months, they have updated it to the point where now it is pretty good. However, I don't think it's perfect. The whole idea of playing zombies on multiplayer maps is something we've wanted for a very long time. I can remember in the Black Ops 2 days, BO3 and BO4, everyone was asking for zombies on multiplayer maps. So they finally gave us that in Cold War, but it wasn't 100% what I expected, because you aren't able to run around the whole multiplayer map. You're restricted to one portion of it at a time due to the phase, and in order to move to different locations on the map, you have to kill enough zombies. I think Onslaught would be a lot better if they removed the phase totally and just allowed us to run around on these multiplayer maps, shooting zombies and being able to upgrade essentially round-based zombies on multiplayer maps just without Easter eggs, because even the Onslaught maps have a storyline which you can collect via intel through killing elites. The best way I can really put what I'm trying to say is, think of Nuketown zombies. Imagine if we had a phase on that map, so you can only play in one portion of the map at once. For me, I think it would be a lot better if they removed the phase and just let us run around these multiplayer maps killing the undead. So there we go, Treyarch, do not remove this from the game. When Vanguard comes out, we know you are doing the zombies mode for that. We already have an Outbreak / Onslaught / round-based type of mode confirmed to be returning. That mode already looks a lot faster than Outbreak, so I'm excited to play it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Have you tried out the Hallows Eve event for yourself? What features do you like about it? What features would you change? Do you want Treyarch to keep it as a permanent thing? I definitely do, that's why I'm making this video. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel to stay up to date with the latest videos. Drop a like rating and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, goodbye.
I got him, Requiem. Heading to perimeter and coming home. RTB for debrief, and around on me. Good work out there.